Good morning and welcome to today's intention. Snow is on the ground. Got the fireplace going. It's awesome. So one thing I noticed about when the snow is on the ground, it really dampens all the sound and the bustle, and even the energy. It seems to calm it down. And the trees in the forest are just so good at teaching us how to slow down, to be quiet, to be still. So let's take a moment today and just enjoy, just bask in that stillness. If you have a chance to go out in the forest today, somewhere where you're away from the hustle and bustle of society, you just get a quiet moment and just notice how still and beautiful it is. It's a good practice. And we can find that stillness within ourselves too, but sometimes that forest is a good bridge for us. So keep that in mind when you're out and about. So we're going to start our intention. So if you could find a place to sit or lie down for about 30 minutes without being disturbed with your eyes closed, that would be good. Go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start as usual with a few slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. And for the next breath, I want you to fill up really full. Start with your lower belly and then your upper abdomen. Let your lower rib cage expand outwards towards your back. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, I want you to try and breathe light directly into your heart, straight shot into your heart, and then exhale light directly from your heart. Get used to sensing and feeling energy. And now we're going to focus on the body. We're going to bring our attention to it. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these amazing, loyal servants, always willing to do what they're asked. Sometimes we just need to ask. And try to sense your energy leaving your feet now into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back into your feet, completing the circuit. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And we move to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees. Everything relaxes. As we touch upon each area or body part, I want you to just allow them to go back to their natural blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation. Everything just reverts back to its original perfection blueprint. Then we move up to the upper legs, hips, the buttocks, the pelvic area. And we feel everything loosen. We move into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Feel everything soften. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position, arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we move up to the skin of our scalp. This is an area where tension can hide. So I want you to release anything that you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. We move into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge. Open up, receive the breath of life. We feel all of our facial muscles melt into a pool of perfect relaxation. And then we can see if we can get our eyes to soften a few extra degrees. Moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. Enjoy this for a moment, this perfect body stillness. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. So we're actually going to invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch right now and just chillax while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. It's hard to catch them. Let's ask the elements to help us with this. We'll start with fire. It's incredibly useful as it burns up anything that's no longer useful, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. We can see the sun as the element of fire today. Even if you can't see it in the real sky, knowing that it's there. Envision yourself completely bathed in sunlight. Then we'll ask the element of water next, also an excellent element for helping us deal with our thoughts, as it naturally retains memory in every drop. So maybe we can picture ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling the pull of the current against us. And we can actually watch and observe as all those things that we no longer need, all those negative patterns and habits, past traumas, just float downstream. And then we call in the element of air, feeling the wind or the breeze against our skin. And its specialty is to pull away all of our stories that we tell ourselves, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth, naked and beautiful. And then finally, we'll call in the earth element with its magnetic properties to pull towards it and stick to it. Any heaviness or baggage that we're still, any burdens that we're still carrying. Trusting the earth to transform this energy into something higher frequency, something akin to a plant seed sprouting into new life. Now, thoughts have this insidious way of kidnapping us and taking us away on these wild rides, these tangents. Happens to all of us. So if you find yourself on one of these, as soon as you recognize it, just gently, gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what we're doing. Back to your breath. And just keep doing it. Eventually, it'll help us to become more anchored in this beautiful, generous present moment, so that we don't get carried away quite so often. And now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I want you to feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft patting of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And sense the buoyancy, the lightness as you're gliding down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all have protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize today is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So right now, I want you to go ahead and imagine those locks disintegrating, gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach, the door cracks open a bit. Brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now, away from our physicalities, our dense energy, and experience our energy body or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're floating there, kind of existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. We call this place the nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up now and merge with that flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things you might experience when you join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point, on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. They are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie. Slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracle, and a wondrous capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of here today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So I want you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having. Whatever it is, in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. Anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. Open up and receive that energy. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. Now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then include your whole community, then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our capacity to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending that energy out. Why don't you try it right now? Focus on somebody that you love, that you would like to send healing to for some reason. I want you to picture them as already healed. It's already done. See them functioning perfectly. Happy, healthy, vibrant. And then you can just send that energy out with your breath. Doesn't matter where in the world they're located. It's all frequency. It will get there. Now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each also have an innate need and desire to contribute. So when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? Now, if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. Don't worry, we're going to generate some feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we may have felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. Now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day, being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the whole world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution, living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see all of this as already happened. It has happened, it is done, so say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all at this huge outdoor music festival, rejoicing together. I'm feeling all of the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. And something marvelous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief, what bliss, what joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere above us, to transform into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections, clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is just so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, enjoying their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or you're out for a walk in the forest with your dog, enjoying the serenity, you're having a laugh with your buddies on the pickleball courts, or maybe you're creating something special at home or at work. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your reality, I want you to just stop right now and look at all the beauty surrounding you. Just drink it in. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. Sense this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports you at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you just created. Now I'd like to connect with a little gratitude before we finish off. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this incredible life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and love and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want you to take this entire beautiful reality that you've created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy. And then when we exhale, we're going to release and share it with the world. Here we go. Build it up, build it up. And send it out. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and healing and light and energy. Good job. I can just feel all the concentric rings that you sent out, circling the planet, causing all the other light energies to light up in response, blanketing the world in this frequency of love, and peace, and prosperity. Now I'm going to get you to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe we're going to come back into our bodies now. So shift your limbs around a little too. That'll help. And when you feel like you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes. Notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being at any time of your choosing with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up on demand anytime, all the time. Eventually, we won't have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just become walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together this way. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, all works, it's all good. And if you've been doing these intentions with me for a while and you've got a handle on building the reality that you want to create, start trying the single conscious breaths of intention. Anytime you get a few seconds, brushing your teeth, cooking supper, standing in line, just before sleep, as often as you can. And take the breath, bring it all back. Bring the state of being back, bring the whole thing back. And then just play with it and notice over the next week or two, what kind of shifts are happening in your life? What kind of synchronicities? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the beginning of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next intention.